Welcome to Slash Bash, where today I am bringing you another Am I the Butthole Reddit video. In our first story, am I the butthole for refusing to stay home with the kids while my husband attends my brother's wedding? Let's jump right in. I'm a stay-at-home mom and my husband works full-time. We have 3 kids and one of them is 2 years old. My husband helps a lot with the kids. He's a committed dad but is absolutely against babysitters due to an awful incident with a babysitter that was the reason his younger male cousin James became disabled years ago. I don't go out much since I have to take the kids with me and not every place is suitable for kids. We recently received an invitation for my brother's wedding, which we later discovered was child-free. My brother has been my husband's friend since college. My brother lives states away, so the entire trip will take 4 days, as well as my brother's in-laws' weekend dinner party, their tradition. I told my husband I want to go since it's been a while since I've been to a wedding, and this one is special, and I suggested we get a trusted friend as a babysitter. He asked if I was serious to consider leaving our 2-year-old with a babysitter and suggested that I do what I normally do and stay home with the kids while he goes to the wedding. I refused and said I have as much right to attend as him since we both were invited. He said it wasn't his fault my brother wants a child-free wedding and I should do this for the kids and sacrifice for their sake. I still refused and said this was unfair, and since he's a parent too, then he should also stay for the kids. He looked at me and said, "That's my best friend's wedding you're asking me to skip, for Christ's sake. Are you kidding me?" Then said I was being petty for suggesting this and that I was basically choosing to go and party over keeping our kids safe. He asked me to consider if this was a business trip, what would I do? Go with him and leave the kids? I said, I understand his paranoia of babysitters, but really, all my friends have sitters and at times they're really needed. He said I ought to know better than what my friends tell me, and this wasn't even up for discussion, and when I kept arguing, he called me selfish and said he won't let me ruin his relationship with his friend because I was being spiteful for not being able to attend and that my brother will understand my situation. He keeps asking who's more important, a wedding party or my kids, and said I was unreasonable for making my attendance the hill to die on. Am I the butthole? Am I being selfish for wanting to attend this wedding, my brother's wedding, after 4 years not attending anything? Story number 2. Am I the butthole for not allowing a friend to move in with me? I'm a 19-year-old female. I come from a wealthy family. Even so, I had a job since I turned 16. My parents got me a car, but I had to pay for my own insurance and gas. I had a limit for how much my birthday and Christmas gifts cost. When I graduated high school and was accepted into a good college, my parents gave me a choice. I live in the dorms, they pay for everything, I get just a bit of spending money, but they won't have a say in my life at all since I'm an adult. Or I live in a 2-bedroom apartment they own in the city with a doorman, a gym, pool, and cleaning service. They pay for everything and I have more spending money. In exchange, I have to promise to keep a high GPA, no recreational drug use, no alcohol until I turn 21, and to not have any roommates. Then, when I am a junior, the deed to the apartment transfers to my name. I accepted the second choice and it has been great. I'm an introvert, so I appreciate my space. The problem is that a friend I made in the beginning of the semester wanted to move in and I declined. She comes from a middle-class family, paying for her school using student loans. Just normal. The first time she was over, she started making some tasteless remarks. Must be nice to never work a day in your life. Must be nice to have mommy and daddy wait on you hand and foot. When she wouldn't stop, I just started distancing myself from her. She has been having problems with her roommate from the get-go, but yesterday she just couldn't take it anymore. She asked me in front of all our friend group if she could move in with me. I said no, she can't. She called me an entitled trust fund baby who didn't know what the normal man's struggles are and stormed off. Now, all my friends say that I am the butthole, that I have the space and it wouldn't cost me anything. I could just lie to my parents and they wouldn't know. I disagree, but I thought better to ask because if they don't give it a rest, I am planning to cut all of them off. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. Story number 3. Am I the butthole for telling my mom if she gets rid of my cat, I'm flushing her mom's ashes down the toilet? I'm a 16-year-old male. My dad recently passed away and he left behind a cat named Luna that both me and my dad loved, but my mom did not like Luna due to her not being able to get along with her and being more of a dog person. Luna has a similar personality to my dad and I. Luna has a similar personality to my dad, and I hold her very dear to my heart. She's my best friend and helped me when I was struggling with my mental health, and we also have papers from my doctor saying she's an emotional support animal. Well, my mom recently went on her Facebook announcing she wants to give Luna a new loving home. When we have plenty of money and resources to take care of her, I told her to take down the offer for Luna, that she is happy with me and does not need to go to another home. My mom said she's tired of Luna and wants to get rid of the reminders of my dad. I told her if she gets rid of Luna, I'm flushing her mom's ashes down the toilet. My mom said things along the lines of, "Don't you dare," and said she can do as she pleases with her cat. I told her if she can do as she pleases with my cat, I can do what I please with my grandma. She said that wasn't reasonable. Story number 4. Am I the butthole for refusing to get up at 5 to make my husband breakfast as part of my stay-at-home mom routine? I'm a 31-year-old female. My husband, a 34-year-old male, recently found a job and officially became the breadwinner and me the stay-at-home mom. In the past few days, he has been complaining about getting up in the morning and not getting breakfast. He said that I should be getting up before him at 5 a.m. to make him breakfast as part of my stay-at-home mom routine. I asked why he can't do it himself since he used to do everything, and he had 2 points. 1, he is no longer unemployed, he is the breadwinner now. His job is to provide for the family. And 2, he says he barely gets ready and finds no time to make himself breakfast. I pointed out that I cannot be expected to wake up at 5 after staying up at night with the baby and reminded him of what I do during the day since that is a job and a difficult one at that. He argued that he still thought it was unfair that he has to make breakfast before going to work and I should do it as part of my job. At this point, I said he was taking advantage of me, since he is still an able-bodied person. He can use the time he now uses to read the news on his phone or the time spent in the shower. He made a face and called me unbelievable for claiming he was taking advantage of me when he is the one bringing in the money, then shrugged and said he'll just cancel breakfast then, but his job is very stressful and that it might affect his health. He keeps suggesting it, but I keep refusing. He claimed I was being unfair and unsupportive of him taking on a new job, and I was not respecting my part of the deal. Am I the butthole? Edit. First, I'm usually the one who handled making breakfast in the past when we both used to wake up at 9. He does not like any pre-made foods and likes breakfast to be fresh, which consists of ham, pancakes, etc., as well as freshly made fruit juice. Basically, a full breakfast like I used to make when we were both unemployed. This is John from Bash. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and want to be the first to know when the next one drops, then subscribe. I'd love for you to drop a like, share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one.